there, Kira here with a scrapbook layout process video for my guest design spot for Pink Paislee. So I'm using the new Paige Evans collection, Pick Me Up, and there's this tag and actually a few pieces in the collection that has this cool kind of geometric triangular pattern. And so I decided that I wanted to recreate that with some pieces of paper. So I cut out a bunch of triangles, and I did this on my Cricut because I did not want to cut out a bunch of triangles. So I cut out a bunch on my Cricut in kind of the similar colors that are on the tag. And I basically just copied exactly the pattern on the tag as close as possible, because then I didn't really have to think about it too much. So I spent a bit of time gluing all of these little pieces down, and I didn't want it to be just like straight across, so I kind of tapered it up and down the page, and you'll see that when I'm finished. But yeah, I just took a little bit of time and just added a tiny bit of glue, laid the triangle down, and went on to the next one. And even though it did take quite a bit of time, I'm really happy with the end result. I did end up popping a few of them up on foam too, to give a little bit of dimension. And I think it turned out really cool. So here's the finished product, and you can see some of them are bumped up and some of them are just glued directly to the background. So yeah, there's my background, and I'm gonna go ahead and scrap this photo of my son Elliot, and we're just at the park here, and he's just walking around, and he's just looking so big now, you know. He's 1.5, or I guess he's almost 2, you guys. And he's like looking like a little boy now and not like a little baby, and I still want him to be my baby. So anyways, scrapping this picture of him, and I used this little frame that came in the ephemera pack, and it's got that same pattern on it. So I thought it would be fun to kind of repeat that near or around the picture. And then I grabbed this chipboard today piece, and that's going to kind of serve as my title. And then there's a couple little phrases on the sticker sheet. Some of them are navy blue, and some of them are like this teal color. And so I decided to use one navy blue up top and one navy blue at the bottom, and then one teal up top and one teal on the bottom. And they're just cute little phrases like "so fun" and things like that. So I put those there. And it's really intimidating having an entire collection. This is the first collection I've ever owned. Like, I've never owned an entire collection. I've bought pieces of collections. I get pieces of collections in like my citrus twist kits, but I've never had an entire collection. And there's just so much stuff to play with that you kind of don't know like what to put on your page. So yeah, I just kind of start rifling through everything, and I found this little, I don't know, it's like a stork or a herring or something, some sort of bird. And where we're at the park, we live by a duck pond, but there actually are like herring there. Like, you'll see them every once in a while. Mostly just the ducks hang out, but occasionally you'll see a herring kind of hanging out at the duck pond. So I thought it was fitting to use these little birds on this page. So I put him up on top, and then I found this little like speech bubble that said "love it," and so I put that up there by the bird as well, so it looks like he's saying that. Under my photo, I layered a floral die cut piece, and then I'm adding some little puffy stickers now. The puffy stickers, there's like all these tiny little pieces, and I wish there was like a whole entire sheet of just the tiny little flowers, because they're so stinking cute. So I loved using those on my pages too. I'm looking through the journaling tags right now, and I thought I would put one on there, but they just didn't work for what I was trying to do. I was going to use like one as a layering piece, and again, there's just so much stuff in this collection that it's kind of hard to narrow down what you want to use. So I ended up finding this little tag or tab, this blue tab, and I put that up top of my photo. I also put there's like a little baseball hat. I think it says like "Let the good times roll" or something like that. And so I thought that was really cute, and I put that on top of my photo as well. So now I'm just going to start adhering everything down. I'm liking how everything's looking, and I think, I think it looks really cute. So I start gluing everything down, and I will add a couple little pieces here in a minute just to kind of finish off the page a bit. And I love the colors in this collection, you guys. It's not just because I'm a guest designer, that I'm going to go ahead and talk about how great this collection is. I would have bought this entire collection had I not been a guest designer for Paige Evans. So, it's pretty amazing. It's got like those magentas and navy blue and teal. Those are like my 3 favorite colors, plus it's got yellow, which is another one of my favorite colors, and they're just like these really like vibrant saturated colors, and I just love that. I'm just kind of over the whole pastel thing right now. I feel like it's just been a little too overdone, and I'm just so ready for like these bright colors. So I think this collection is just absolutely gorgeous. And I think it's really, I use like pinks and stuff on my boy pages all the time, but I think it's more like when you have like the bright colors, they feel more gender neutral to me than pastels do. So it makes it easier for me to use the pinks and the florals and things like that on a boy page because they seem more gender neutral. So yeah, I just really, really love this collection. And I love that the pieces like in this collection are not gigantic. I know that there's been some collections that have come out recently, and I'm not going to name names, but you know who you are. They have these gigantic pieces of ephemera and gigantic chipboard pieces, and they are so hard for me to use. They're getting to the point where they're like 4x6 ephemera pieces. Like, what am I going to do with a 4x6 ephemera piece? So these ones, all of the ephemera pieces are perfectly sized. All of the chipboard pieces are smaller. There's lots of little tiny pieces. Like, I'm adding these little hearts, and those are perfect for just kind of like finishing off your page. And I think they end up looking really cute. And yeah, so that's pretty much what my page looks like. I add some gold splatters here in a minute and add my date to the bottom. I stamp my date on the bottom, and then I call it done. So I hope you guys like this. I will link the Pink Paislee blog below so you can see all the projects that I made with this collection. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.